growth therapy. Testing.
Okay, got it. Okay, all right.
Dun 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 dun. Mr. I don't know what it is. Schreiber. I don't know.
What?
No, Mr. Singer. I don't know.
Mr. Singer.
I don't know. Whatever.
It was that one.
It was a
really
TikTok.
TikTok where you would take your cat and go dun 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 dun, and then it would.
I don't think I've seen that, but I'm on cat TikTok.
How's Junie?
She's so good.
Oh my god, I miss her.
I
She's usually like up and
know.
about.
I know. I always think I'm like, should I bring her? But it's just like it's a whole.
No,
lot.
it's a lot of
That's a
travel
lot
for
for
her.
her.
Yeah,
Too much.
Little
Yeah.
traumatic.
But she's good. She's living her life. She has her little routine. She like slaps the fuck out of Rocky all the time. Poor guy, he's old as hell, and she just like like how cats are where they like hunt you down.
Oh
yeah.
She does that to him and like tries to play and like come out of nowhere and just like slap him. Cat things.
Yeah.
How are you feeling since your edibles? Like, how do you feel right now? Like, you have some balls, first off, to like
Yeah, I thought
take
so too.
to take edibles, especially like when we're recording.
Oh, I know. But did I contribute well to the last one? Do you think?
I think so.
Were the vibes checked?
The vibes were checked.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. What?
Nothing. You're fine. Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm good.
I do love like I don't really like smoke weed, but
I don't either.
I'll do like edibles right before bed because it really does like help me sleep and like relax.
I like edibles. I like to take them usually in the evening if I'm trying to wind down. Now I don't like to do it too often because if I take too much, I'll go mute, and then if
same.
It'll make me like have anxiety the next day. And I've been having anxiety for like the past 4 days, and then I've had the SADS today. So then I took the edible and I was like, maybe that'll fix that. And then now I'm just
Wait,
like,
what kind of
mellow.
anxiety?
Well, I don't know about y'all, but like I get anxiety when traveling in an airplane, especially for a really long time. Like I get claustrophobic.
Okay, so it wasn't like
I
general
think, like,
anxiety?
Doomsday. General anxiety a little bit, it's like having boy problems. But just in the sense of like, like I was really like I really wanted to come home to someone like really like looking forward to seeing me again. And when I didn't get when I didn't get that energy, it just made me really sad and anxious. I don't know. It had me, and this is what I hope to like talk to my therapist about, but it had me thinking about like, with my ex-fiance, like when I used to come home from a trip, or he and I would always greet each other with like these big hugs and excitement, and it was like a really cute thing. And like, for some reason, like, and I was telling my therapist this, our last session, I was like, I can't remember like the love that we had. But then all of a sudden, like the past few days when I was thinking about like coming home to someone, I thought about that, and it just made me.
It reminded you
of
and
something,
anxious.
right? Yeah.
And then it felt like emotions that I had to process. And so, because everybody, and a lot of the times, I've talked to my therapist before, like I, hashtag daddy issues, didn't always have a dad that would, if I would come home and like give me a big hug. So like sometimes like that's the thing that I crave the most is someone like getting really excited to see me. Kind of like when you see, in the TV sitcoms, like the dad coming home and the little kids are like, Daddy, and they give him hugs, right?
Yeah,
that's something that I always wanted. So
wait, I'm gonna cry. Like
the way, the way that's like manifested.
I'm actually like tearing up.
Oh,
But it's okay. I'm just feeling your emotions.
So that's just why I've been sad, because I just wanted someone to look forward to seeing me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I look forward to seeing you, even though I see you every day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I was so happy to see you. I know that like
Thank you. I was very happy.
Not quite what you wanted, but I'm thrilled that you're here.
I was thrilled that I was going to get to see you.
Yeah, I was so excited to hang out with the both of you.
I was very excited.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh my god.
What a start. I'm so sorry, guys.
No, don't apologize. This is what we do.
You know what this does remind me of? Earlier I was texting, I don't want to say his name anyways. I was texting my main man. Anyways, he was like, oh man, anxiety's really got me today. And I was like, what kind of anxiety? Wait, let me read the message because it was just so funny to me. Where'd it go?
That's right. I needed to text Danny. I'm like, what planets or what transitions?
Oh, well, today there's a T-square going on with the moon, Pluto,
What's
and
a T-square?
like a lot of it, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It creates a lot of tension. Tension. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, he goes, my anxiety is really going after me today. And I said, what kind of anxiety? He goes, is there a difference? And I said, oh yeah, LOL. For me, there's general anxiety. Then there's work anxiety. Then there's existential crisis anxiety. Then there's anxiety fueled by my intrusive thoughts of worst case scenarios.
Yes.
Honorable mention to imposter syndrome anxiety.
Yes.
But that's just me. And he goes, looking at all that is anxiety inducing.
So true. Like, my heart started beating really fast.
What was the one that was my favorite?
What?
Anxiety fueled by my intrusive thoughts of worst case scenarios. That's the type of anxiety I get on airplanes.
Oh, no,
all of a
for
sudden,
sure.
I wake up and I'm like, what if all of a sudden this plane just goes pew, and like just drops?
I've been feeling that anxiety going into large crowds.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
crowd anxiety.
I don't want to get into the,
The political side
political,
of it.
but yeah.
But, yeah.
But it's because we're in America. This shit happens all the time. Like when I went to the Warriors won the NBA, whatever, and we went to the parade, like I like had to, I didn't like, sometimes I don't really show my emotions, but I like definitely deep down was just like praying, like just be like, okay, it'll be fine. Like you still have to live your life. Like it's like a thing I have to like talk myself through because it's so scary and you just never know.
So I use affirmations because I get that too. And like same thing happens to me sometimes when I go up on an airplane is, all of a sudden, an intrusive thought creeps in that's like, what if something happens?
Right.
And then I'm like, fuck.
Dun.
So then all I
Dun,
do
dun.
is and I'm not kidding when I say in my head, we have a little concert. Everything's gonna be all right. And I sing that over and over and over until those intrusive thoughts shut up.
I actually will follow my thoughts until the end.
Oh, really?
Oh, no. Are you kidding?
It's really hard to do because it's so.
That can go real dark real quick.
Nuclear unlocked. Like, do you know how bad that would be for me? My brain takes
You're like,
worst case
oh, no.
scenario and then like experience.
But I mean, like, I think sometimes you have to do it though. Don't they say that? Like, you
I
have
could see that.
You kind of have to just be like, because sometimes it could, it's like,
Because instead of censoring yourself and be like, no, we're gonna shut that
Right.
out. Instead of be like, you know what can happen? Let's
Right.
figure it out. And so then you're like, oh,
Are you kidding me?
And then you just kind of have to like, it's almost like accepting.
yeah.
Sometimes the worst case scenario, right, is death. We don't like, we're all like, we like don't want that to happen, but it's like you kind of have to
Did
accept
that light
like
just go on and off on its own? When we just did that, that was fucking creepy. Oh no! Okay.
you're the one on edibles, so I don't. Did you see anything?
I did not do a protection spell. Hold on. Do you have Palo Santo? Do you have Palo Santo? I need a
I do,
protection.
yeah.
Okay, let's light some Palo Santo.
Okay, that's probably yeah. I don't know. Do you have a lighter? I don't know where my.
Where's the Palo Santo?
It should have been. We're really doing some policies.
Can you please? Yeah, do a
Anxiety's kicking in.
do a protection spell. Everyone listening is probably like, what the fuck is going on?
It was all the anxiety at once. Everyone just got real anxious. And now we're. What is wrong with us? Okay. Everything will be okay, but now we're okay. She's good energy. We'll be okay. We can only control ourselves. We can't control everything else.
Well, you gotta spread the energy out.
Hold on. One moment. Okay, I'm the one on edibles, so whatever weird energy can enter can easily enter.
No. Say that you welcome energy that is positive and that is your own.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was saying in my head. I welcome all energy that is positive and that is my own, and reject and
Take a breath.
any energy that is not mine or negative,
Okay.
or that is stagnant and no longer serves me. Okay. All right.
We need more smoke.
Okay. Jeez. We haven't even done introductions yet.
Oh my
I'll
God.
just do an introduction right now since we're waiting for Nikki to light the Palo Santo. Hi, guys. It's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Broco Therapy, and we have the twins on
Clearly.
anxiety. The twins on anxiety. We have 3 anxious people here today. I don't even know.
Oh God. Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Don't try this at home, kids. All right. We welcome energy that is positive and that is our own. Good smoke. I'm trying to think what else to say. We live long, fruitful lives
crowd
that
was
allow
cheering.
us to fulfill our hopes, our wishes, our manifestations. Thank you, universe, for the abundance and the opportunities that you have granted us with. We are thankful for this life.
Claiming
We
it.
love this life.
Claim with positive energy.
And we look forward to the rest of this life. Okay.
That was good.
Keep that
That
right
was
there.
good.
Anyways,
There
what
you
was I saying? Anxiety. Oh, yeah. So, so he was like, all of that is anxiety inducing. So I was like, what do you mean you only have one kind of anxiety? I have multiple kinds of anxiety.
Yeah, there's several things that trigger me.
You know what gave me new anxiety?
What?
Remember when all the shootings in the theaters happened?
Oh yes.
Then I couldn't fucking see a movie for the
Yeah.
longest time.
I feel like that's why low key I don't go out as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Oh my God. In Wichita, it was the worst because it was open carry.
Yeah.
One time I was at a club and literally in the patio, someone was shooting up. I know.
I know.
I don't think
That's
anybody.
why
I don't think anything happened because of it. I just know that.
Whoa, hold on. I don't know why I can't hear you. What just happened? Hello? I can hear me.
Can you hear me?
We can't hear you. Oh, there we go.
Oh, did you mute me? You
yeah,
keep
I
pressing
muted.
random buttons.
I keep. Why am I?
She was probably like, "This story sucks." Oh, what happened?
Unsubscribe.
Story. Just use Cami.
Unsubscribe.
Like, all right, we're gonna do. All
right.
No, okay.
Anyways,
No, we care. What were you saying?
it's just a lot of different anxieties unlocked. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. And I mean, affirmations help. Affirmations
no,
help. So here's another affirmation for anyone that has a lot of really bad intrusive thoughts, because I struggle with those quite a bit. One that I always say to myself is, my intrusive thoughts are not reflective of my true desires, reality, or intentions. I banish them so that I may find peace in my mind. I say that.
Can you say that one more time?
My intrusive, my intrusive thoughts are not reflective of my true desires, intentions, or reality.
Or realities.
I banish them so I may find peace
I banish them so that I may find peace
in my mind.
in my mind.
That's what I say.
I really like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
practice that more.
I know.
Affirmations help me a ton.
More.
And I'll just say them over and over until I'm like, okay, I'm good. Let's calm on. Let's relax.
Honestly, it does help me to kind of play out certain things in my mind.
I like that. I'm going to try that out next time.
Because it's like really a lot of it is like we don't want to like face the thing, but it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Let's face it.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, it could happen. It's like one side is like, this could happen. What, there's nothing you can control. Like, I think it's like letting go of the control.
Yeah.
And just letting life just happen. Because I also don't want to stop myself from living.
Exactly.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I went and it was fine. We got home
Yeah.
safely. Thank God. That was
Yeah.
a blessing. But, like, it was just, like, it gets tough. So I think I just have to play it out and just kind of almost, like, I know when I said that word last time, we all got up and got really anxious, but almost accepting death in a way, of just, like, you could only do so much. You could only, like, when it's your time, it's your time, and it's like it's so out of your control. you know?
I used to be a lot more afraid of death, but I think I got to a much like healthier relationship with it when I was like, you know, when I became more spiritual and like, I mean, I believe in reincarnation and like your soul's path, but I was like, you know, my soul came on this earth to, you know, check certain boxes, do certain things and fulfill certain, you know, paths, whatever. And then, you know, when it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. And then I'm on to my next journey.
Right,
exactly.
right.
And so like the best thing that I can do is just like love this life, live it to its fullest potential and be thankful for it every day.
Exactly. And that's what I do. And I think that kind of helps, honestly, my anxiety, because I feel like if I just keep pushing it away, it's like this buildup of things I'm not facing. Yeah. You know, I mean, like,
absolutely.
There's times and place where it's like, not right now, anxiety. We have to just get through this, whatever, you know. But there are moments where I'm like, it's okay to like sit with yourself and really just like guide yourself through those paths of,
absolutely,
you know. So
and I agree that sometimes maybe like facing, instead of just putting them all aside, facing them, being like, okay, what is the worst case scenario, and you go through that. I think that can help. Someone had mentioned that on one of our episodes about how like don't shame yourself when it comes to like your sexual fantasies. Instead be like, okay, let's go through them and like see, and usually by the end of it you're like, oh, you know,
Nadej
said that. Yeah, so like I don't know. Sometimes I think it's good to practice a little bit of both. Affirmations for when you really just are not in a good headspace, or like it's not the right time to start, you know, exploring these things.
Affirmations are just as great.
Affirmations, and then, you know, other times maybe go ahead and face it. Take some time to dig deep and, you know, explore that, really kind of understand like what, you know, your fears may be, what the root cause of it may be, like all those things, so then you can work through it. So like I think both are helpful depending on the scenario.
I agree. I think
that's why I have anxiety right now.
Aww.
Well, no, because I just need to process things, but I was just thinking about
you haven't journaled in a while. You probably need to journal.
I know. But I'm thinking, like, I haven't really given myself many affirmations recently. And then, you know, I need to do that.
Have you been taking care of your needs? You know, like, that's another one too. Sometimes like when I get really, like when I get body anxiety, I didn't even add that to my list. You know what I mean? Like when your body feels anxious,
exactly.
That usually means that like, I need to go to the gym or go for a walk or masturbate. There are times where like my body just starts getting really anxious because we haven't really like released any energy.
Yeah.
And so
if that happens, it just means I need to rest.
Yeah. Or sometimes I just need a nap. Sometimes I like, you know, a bath. So a bath will really help. So like it just depends on, you know, kind of what the scenario is. But
I think I'm gonna order a weighted blanket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll help too.
On Amazon.
Is that on Amazon? That's
for sure on Amazon.
How many pounds do you think I should get?
Maybe do it later when you have time to like, you know, check reviews and shit.
Weighted blanket. Yeah, no, I just wanted to remind myself, so I'm gonna put it.
Weighted blanket. I see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because like I remember I was talking about it with my therapist, and a lot of things for me, like whenever I get, you know, panic attacks, I need weight. So whenever I get anxious, it's similar. It's definitely not as high level, but I do need weight. I always need weight because that's what like helps me. The pressure is what I need. So I think I need to order a blanket.
That's so crazy because I feel like, I mean, anxiety is so different for everyone else. And like, I could see how that could like definitely help you. But for me, when I like, for instance, I was so anxious like the past couple of days, and I just like, I didn't need like a weight on me. It was more so I just needed to like, just stop. I think like sometimes I just need to just stop what I'm doing and like do something really calm, like my makeup.
Oh
yeah,
like,
I can see that.
That like really helps me, like doing my makeup. And I like called a friend and I was just like, and then like when I do my makeup, it's like very like, I'm like very paying close attention. It's really like kind of something about it's very therapeutic. And that really helps me, is doing makeup or doing my hair, something like kind of where you could like focus on without it
like hands on,
right, without it being too much of a like a puzzle, like too complicated. You know what I mean? Like
I like that.
Like I wouldn't go like edit if I'm feeling really anxious, because Adobe Premiere can sometimes like have its moment. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh, you want to throw your
another anxiety,
editing podcast.
I'm like, let me stop, let me do my makeup, because I could like control it. You know what I mean? Like I could like, it's just the I think just the movement of it feels
I can
good.
see it like for some people like cooking or like gardening.
And I was just thinking,
gardening.
I'm happy you mentioned that. Maybe that's a sign from the universe, because I was just thinking like 2 days ago, I was like, you know, I was in my anxiety and I was thinking, I was like, you know, I really wish I could like paint right now, doing arts and craft, you know?
I mean, like you said, everyone deals with anxiety differently. It affects people differently. So like whether it's affirmations or whether it's like, you know, doing something with your body or your hands, like
bilateral stimulation.
Find what works for you.
Exactly.
Sometimes I have to do the self-taps.
Oh, really? That helps?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try that.
I really liked sometimes when I'm feeling anxious, and it can actually be really hard to find a partner that will let you do this. I love giving people massages. Because
I don't think that's going to be hard
because because it's a movement and it's something that I'm doing. But like, it's actually kind of hard to hit up a dude and be like, "Yo, can I come over and just give you a massage?" Like,
you give it to
because then they're like, "Oh, you know." Well, I don't know how to explain it. It needs to be
a little bit more sexual.
No. Not sexual and not deep. I prefer. I guess like
the man's tough, like kind of.
Because you really have to like work through. But like
versus women, it was a little softer.
Well, and I prefer like a man's body in the sense that like it feels like I'm exploring something I don't know. So like, because if I was massaging Cami, it'd be like massaging myself.
Oh, that's true.
You know, so it's like I like being able to like look at something and like kind of like study like its nooks and crannies and like something that like I didn't.
Right.
You know,
so maybe a puzzle.
Yeah.
If you can't do a massage.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or like. Yeah, no, I know what you mean because it's like the movement of like touching.
But I also like for me, what I really love is like feeling like the body in a way because like
skin,
the knots, the muscles, everything because then you kind of like get to explore. I actually like. I mean, I didn't get super into massage, but like I kind of like exploring that. So yeah, that's one of my things.
I love that.
I like seeing the different ways that we all handle our
anxiety.
Like,
how do you guys handle your anxiety? Comment below. Let us know.
Comment below.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Do we want to? Oh wait, no, not emails yet. I had a story I wanted to tell.
Yes, let's get to this.
It wasn't okay. It's a very short story.
We can make it long. We made that one fire.
Which one?
We made that one Hawaii story a whole episode.
Yeah, it was a whole ass thing.
Like I remember
the way we get sidetracked.
We're doing it now. Listen to that episode, and I remember like the number of times that we just like deleted.
Right. There's always like side stories to the story. You know what I mean?
And people have questions along the way.
Yeah, there's always much more like context we need.
Yeah.
You know, and our opinions and all that stuff. So.
Exactly. Well, this one's actually very, very short, very simple, straightforward. Anyways, I think it's funny. So my main man, I was blowing him. And he was like about to come and he farted. It was like a short little sound one. And he just starts laughing and he was like, well, that happened. And I did not care.
Did it smell?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I was so.
Just a little bit of air.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a little bit of relief. I was so into the blowjob that I gave like a little chuckle and then I kept going. I didn't care. He looked so hot in that moment. His abs, his dick, his arms, his hands.
Fart loud?
That's what I'm saying. It was just like a little sound one.
Okay.
But like it was short and it was very like, it wasn't anything.
It happens.
It happens, yeah. And like I didn't care at all. And granted, this is someone that I've been seeing for like 6 months.
Right.
You know, so like we're comfortable with each other. And anyways, and I just remember like it was just a quick laugh and then we moved on and then, you know, he came and, you know, it was all good. Phenomenal. And then we were having sex like a week or two later. And then I was coming and it was a very like, as I was coming, it was like the teeniest little fart, but it made a noise.
Oh my God.
No smell.
Okay.
It was just like made a noise.
Okay.
I think it was just like a release,
right.
You know?
Yeah. It's like air. It happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I was just like, he didn't acknowledge it. I don't even know if he knew if it was like a fart or queef. You know, But then I was like laughing to myself because I'm like, this literally happened to him. Now it's happening to me.
Did you guys ever talk about it?
No, we didn't. Like I said, I don't know if he
terrible,
like.
It was like putting shorts on and the queef comes out when I'm like, you know, after sex.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you think you're done after you like get most of the air out, but then you're like getting dressed and more comes out.
Yeah.
Wait, I only queef like during like when it's like being poked.
You don't queef after?
No, I never queef during. I always queef after.
Same.
Yes.
I usually queef
like,
after.
Yes. So if it's happening like during doggy, like I can always feel the air going in, but like I feel the air going in and like it's fine. no noises, but then afterwards, when he pulls,
I was gonna say, especially when they pull out.
yeah,
It's like,
especially when they do like the
happened.
full pull out, and like if he
I mean, I guess it's
inside
been
you,
a while since I queefed, so I can't remember.
yeah.
it's been a minute for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it happens every time. Just sometimes,
Right.
But I was just like, I remember that moment. I was like laughing a little bit because it had just happened to him. But then I was also like, am I embarrassed? Like it was very, you know, I don't think I was, just because
You
like
didn't even toot in front of your ex-husband.
it was a really
You never.
no,
What?
Never.
I don't. I'm not someone.
I literally would take a shit in front of my ex-fiance, and Nikki
oh
never.
my god, I don't. No, I don't fart in front of my partners ever.
Wow.
I mean, the whole world has heard me fart
Wow,
and burp
wow.
and like. Release
So like this
gas.
is like the one time that it's like, or one of the, you know, accidents happen every now and then. One will, you know, come out, slip out, but for the most part, it's just not something I do, and especially not intentionally. But this was accidental, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. Like we're not gonna judge ourselves because these things are natural. And I was literally coming really hard, so like my body was like relaxing and releasing,
Yeah.
and like, you know
And air
what
was
exactly.
It happens. It happens. I can't believe you never farted in front of and you were with your ex-husband for like
9 years.
Was that uncomfortable?
No, I would just go to the bathroom if I needed to, you know.
Like, what if you're
really
in the
loud?
car?
I don't know.
So like any road trips, you just like didn't.
I don't know what I did, but anyways, I'm not someone that farts in front of people. I don't like it.
I hate holding in gas.
Yeah, me too. If I gotta go, I gotta go.
The minute
Yeah.
I
Like,
feel it go back up, I'm like, this mistakes
I
are made.
I will say I've gotten a lot better at it, in the sense that like I don't, that is an area where I've been like working with myself, like. But you know, our mom who raised us, never heard the woman fart or a burp in her
Really?
life. 28 years with a woman, and I've never heard a sound come out of her.
have you ever seen your
So-
mom poop?
No.
I like know.
My mom is so proper and
Really?
like beautiful, and just like everything is like constantly in like the perfect aesthetic. That yeah, there's none of that. So I think that's where I
like,
get it from.
I remember the scent of my mom's poop. Like that's-
Interesting.
Like there was always this like certain scent when I was younger, because she would always, you know, poop with the door open, or we'd be in the
My
bathroom.
mom would never even pee in front of us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I
like
am
I don't.
disgusted.
Everything is, you know, typically
No.
No, it's,
Everyone
no,
just-
it's fine.
everyone's
I
different.
Embrace, I embrace how disgusting I am.
Everyone's different,
Yeah,
but
everyone's
that's just how
different.
we were raised. Like everything was always behind, you know. So
I don't mind pooping in front of Nikki. She'll
yeah, but
usually,
sometimes I'll be like,
as soon as
seriously,
she realizes it, though, she'll be like, why? Just close
I don't
the
want
door.
to smell it. Yeah, so I'll walk away. Like,
Oh my god, do you ever poop in front of her?
nah, sometimes, but not really.
I just like,
I just like to be a private person when it comes to that. I don't know. It's just me.
yeah, I get
There's
it.
nothing wrong with either or.
I feel like I need to do it a little less. Like I just feel like I'm so like,
Well, I remember I was reading. It was like was it an Instagram post about this or whatever? Or maybe it was a TikTok. I can't remember. Where they were talking about how like some couples, they want a little bit of like mystery and they don't want to hear their partners like in those moments. Others are like, I love that I can be totally free around you and like
yeah.
poop, fart, whatever, like, and they don't care. So like, I really think it's about preference and what you're comfortable with. And like, at the end of the day, it should be about what you're comfortable with. Because like, if
Yeah.
you'd rather be open and like fully expressive and like you're both cool with that and you're both like, you know, comfortable in that, that's what you should do.
I mean, sometimes my boyfriend's not comfortable with it, but he just takes it because he'd be like, he's,
okay.
yeah, or even just when I sneeze really loud, and he's like, "Jeez!" Like I just feel like I'm always doing the most with my body, and he's just
it's
like,
a release.
Nikki
Yeah.
thinks I swallow loudly.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding.
Sometimes
you.
it'll be like,
I'll be drinking fucking water and she'll give me like the dirtiest look.
because it'll be like
drink
the
this.
like the loudest gulps as she's drinking water, and I'm just like, are you serious? What was that? That was
that was not loud.
okay. There's ambient noises like
yeah,
no,
that's
you-
true. There's a
if
lot.
it
I have
was-
headphones in.
If it
like,
was dead silent,
This
you'd probably
is delicious.
you'd probably
it's
understand
so
what I was
good,
saying.
right? Oh my god. Okay.
But yeah, it was. I thought it was a really
Sorry, I had to have
fun,
another sip because that was
cute
really good.
moment.
I don't know why a little.
I mean, like for anal, have you shit on like a dick before?
No, that's the thing. Luckily, thank God, knock on wood, I've had very positive experiences with anal where like nothing has ever
Okay,
like
wait.
come
So
out.
when you had anal, did you like?
There was
Oh wait,
no
no,
shit.
you were drunk. You didn't prep.
Yeah, it was just all in the
Wow.
moment.
yeah.
It was,
Wow,
No, I've never during anal. I've had very positive experiences and
Wow.
nothing's ever come out. Thankfully.
Thankfully, yeah. I just feel like knowing my luck, I'm definitely gonna shit.
What is this called again?
Vietnamese Vietnamese cold brew.
From
Vietnamese
the coffee bean.
brew. I'm gonna
Yeah,
remember
coffee
that. I really
yeah,
like
it's
that.
so. I know. I'm like,
It's so good.
it's so
It's
good.
like a chai latte, but better.
Right. It's really good. Let's read an email.
I was gonna say,
Anyways,
should we
yes,
get
let's
into
do some
emails?
emails.
Let's do some emails. This one is called Kink.
Let's do some emails.
How to continue to express what you want in bed.
Oh, how to continue?
Yes. My husband and I have had a kink combo and how I want him to be more assertive in the bedroom. Now, I know it can't be all the time, but he also has his limits. But I don't know how to express that I'd like that type of interaction and connection more than once a month. Am I being selfish? And how do I say it without coming off rude?
Okay, and then she's a Sagittarius from Canada. Okay, well, Sagittarius from
Canada,
Canada.
what up?
Canada. Okay, here's my thing, especially like when it comes to kink, because some people are really cool with it, like maybe just a few times a year, maybe one time a month. Everyone's going to be different in their kink journey. Some people need it nearly with every sexual interaction, like they don't like vanilla sex, etc., etc. Now, when it comes to voicing what you want, I just went through a journey of this recently. And, something that I've come to find out is, you're not being rude by telling your husband, hey, like, I need this more. Like, and you can always just come from it or, come to it from like a point of like, hey, I really appreciate that you and I are exploring this and I really like it. And I'm very grateful. I would, however, like to maybe do it once a week. Something like that. What?
You have a little over here. Yeah, you
probably can't see it. Black mark. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Like,
so something like that, come from a place of like, oh, I really appreciate that we started this. Hey, can we discuss maybe upping the frequency? So, and that would just be my 2 cents. I think it's very important, especially when you are exploring kink, because sometimes like you really do get like a high from it, and you get that itch to explore even more. And you don't bottle it up, and don't be afraid to say what you want. That's my 2 cents.
I definitely feel like, especially the way that she worded it, am I being selfish?
Yeah. Am I being selfish, and how do I say without coming off rude?
Yeah. I feel like in a way you're kind of censoring yourself or like shaming yourself maybe for wanting more of it.
Yep.
Like I know gluttony, is one of the, 7 sins? I don't even know. I'm not religious. Anyways, like it's not a bad thing to want more. Don't shame yourself for it. If anything, he might want it more too, but doesn't know how to ask. So I don't think it's selfish. I think you should just be direct about it. I like what Cami had to say. Maybe just be like, I really like this. I'd like to do it more. What what frequency would you like to do it at? And then see where that common ground is. Like I said, could have this conversation and find out you both want to just like dive in way more. So
I think she mentioned something about him being more conservative about it.
Oh, let me see. She wants him to be more assertive in the bedroom. Can't be because he has. Also
okay, so he has his limits. Okay. So maybe not, but still, you never know. I say be direct. Yeah.
I think like maybe he doesn't know when to be assertive, because it's like kind of hard to like know when to be like aggressive in bed, I think, for them. Like for
or
me,
maybe
like,
he's not comfortable in it.
Maybe.
But and so with time.
Yeah, with time. Or like just I think for me what I do in bed is like, off the bat, like my boyfriend's not going to be, because I love to be degraded, to be treated like shit. I want to be a dirty whore. I want to be a slut. I want to be all those things. But like, I don't just get like that, like in a snap, it's always like, it always kind of is like this kind of slow build. And there's always this point during sex where I'm like, okay, it is time. And I usually like, will say something like, talk, somebody will be like, talk your shit. Like I'll even kind of get aggressive, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'm kind of, I guess, bratty, but like, I will like kind of give him whatever signal it is in the moment to like get him to, or even say like, squeeze my tits harder. Like,
ooh,
like
yeah.
hit,
Use
like,
your voice. Yeah.
I'll just say like, hit me harder, like a little bit of stuff, and there's been times where it was like maybe too hard for me at that moment. I'm like, it was a little hard. And then like, he knows kind of like where the levels are at in that moment. And I think it's just communication and like,
absolutely.
He just, and a lot of times because he is, you know, he doesn't know when to do it or how to do it. So I kind of have to just give him what I want because I am very kind of like, as Danny had said, I'm a Gemini in the bedroom. Like, so sometimes I'm full in, sometimes I'm not. And it's so true because it's like, it could be very different depending.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always have to communicate with him what I'm wanting in that moment. And like, it's, you know, and then he does it, you know. And so,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then like, or it could be a situation where he doesn't really like to be dominant.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Maybe he's just not comfortable in his dominance
Yeah.
yet. So like he needs a little bit more time to like find that assertive energy within himself. And then as he finds that energy, then, you know, it'll happen more and more organically. But, or maybe in that case, or like if you tell him like, hey, I would like to do this more. And he's like, you know what? I'm not super comfortable with it just yet. Then like help him find that energy. Help him find that assertiveness.
Yeah.
So like, you know, encourage him like during, like when he does assertive things or whatever.
I think it's easier to do it during because you're in the moment versus when you're talking about it. Sometimes you could overthink, you know, but when you're in the moment and you're saying it, I feel like is easier. And and I think a lot of times we're so scared to say what we want, you know, is because of shame.
Yeah. You just gotta get comfortable with it.
I mean, you can always try practice like writing out a scene and then giving it to him for him to read. And then he can know, like, okay, these are things that, you know.
Some people in kink will write out the whole scene.
Yeah, write out everything that's
or like plan it, or like, you know, bullet points, like plan it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's an aspect of kink.
Yeah.
And even for.
Or like watching porn and being like, oh, I like that maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep, watch porn together.
And be like, oh, that's so
like,
hot.
You know,
I thought he did that, you know.
You can say, like, hey, I want more. But then they're like, well, what does more mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, in what way? So
that's why you got to, spell it out.
Be like, look, I want it twice a week. I want this until, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Spell it out for him. And so, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
yeah.
Nothing wrong with it at all. And if he shames you for it, that's another conversation. Anyways.
Yeah, they're married. You can't just be like, dump his ass.
Yeah. Or I wonder if, like, you know, in therapy, if they go to therapy,
group therapy would be great.
A group therapy or like sex therapy, Danica or something. I don't know. Like,
I'm always a huge advocate for sex therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always going to be, you know, some incompatibilities in the bedroom with any partner that you have. It's not always going to be a perfect 10 out of 10 score.
Yeah. Okay. So this one just says sex. I just lost my virginity at 26 years old, and I'm all new to this. So I need help with figuring out when you come or have an orgasm at the same time, pleasing my boyfriend. Love your podcast. And she's a Pisces from Milwaukee.
Wisconsin. I read. Okay, Pisces from Wisconsin.
I lost my virginity at 26 years old, and I'm all new. So she's 26, lost her virginity. She's new to this. I need help figuring out when you come or have an orgasm at the same time. Oh, so she wants to come while she's coming with her boyfriend. They want to come together.
Oh, honey, that is hard.
That is a gift from the universe when it happens.
It really is.
That is rare.
I think in 10 years of having sex, it's happened a total of 3 times for me.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out when you come. So I need help figuring out when you come. So maybe does she need to know?
No, she's trying to figure out when to come or orgasm at the same time.
Oh, okay, so I was right. So coming at the same time.
Oh, maybe she's saying like when she's on top and riding, she wants to make.
But she also said pleasing. So does this mean like if she's giving him a blowjob and then she wants?
No. So maybe like as she's coming, but like she doesn't know if she's like pleasing him at the same time. The wording is a little.
We need help.
We need more details. But I think what she's trying to say is like it might be that like.
Girl, you should have left your phone number. I would have loved to have called.
if she is maybe this could be it. If she's focusing on her pleasure so she can come, how can she make sure that she's pleasing her dude at the same time?
Oh, is that it?
I think that could be it.
I think that's it too. But that's like kind of maybe it's possible. I don't know if that's.
Girl, let me just tell you one thing. If you're having fun and you're showing it, he's having fun too.
If you're having
coming,
sex,
don't think about his cum right now. Like,
if y'all are having sex, I'm sure he's thrilled to be there.
Right.
Yeah. The thing is like, and I don't mean to make sex sound selfish because it absolutely, you know, does not have to be or need to be by any means. But, you know, for women,
or for yourself, could be for men too, for yourself, you know the rhythm, the pace, the everything that's going to get you to that because you can feel it, right? Very rarely, like your partner can't feel it. They have no idea, but you can. So if you're in a position to control those things so that you can reach your climax, there's nothing wrong with taking that moment to be selfish and get your orgasm, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Your partner's probably going to do the same thing on the other side. They're going to take control at some point. They're going to know the pace, the rhythm, the friction, pressure, whatever, and they're going to get themselves to that point. Obviously, like, yes, you want to please your partner. You want to be cognizant of their pleasure and everything throughout the experience. But I would say, like, it's kind of like a push and a pull in sex in a way, right?
Yeah.
So, like, there are moments where you're pleasing each other and you're having fun and it's like a joint thing. And then there are moments where you're like, you know what? I'm near my orgasm. Like, I'm going to chase.
Let me stick to this little ride right here. I'm not going to move this rhythm because I'm in it.
Exactly.
And if you have your mind on his come, that takes away from you coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like that's like
because like the mental thing is definitely
mental thing is powerful. I was gonna say, like, I think if this is like just a fantasy of doing this, like maybe like just communicating that with her partner and being like, I would love to like one day just us coming together. So like she could tell him like I would love that. So maybe when he knows that she's coming and he's got to like know her body, know and understand that she's.
Or you can say, "Hey, I'm close," and then you both try to ride that wave
and then
together.
he could be like, oh, "Okay, yeah," and then so he could do what he needs to do in order to do it. But it's like, that's only on his end. You can't just like, like if you're coming, focus on you, girl.
Yeah,
because it's gonna take away from that orgasm.
Exactly, and like I said, your partner is likely going to do the same thing. They're going to find a moment and they're like, "Oh, I'm close," and then they're going to ride that wave for themselves. Like because it's so hard for you to tell like when your partner's. I can't tell when my dude's near coming. Like.
Does he not tell you?
I mean, sometimes. Or
I was
otherwise,
going to say, my dude always tells me I'm about to come. And sometimes if that, then I know, okay, I'm going to chase
to get off. I know to get off.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, if my partner tells me, like, oh, I'm about to come, then I know to just lay there. Let him do whatever they need to do.
Right, exactly.
So, but
Brian knows when I'm about to get there and when I'm exactly. in the middle of the fucking orgasm.
I think guys can feel because like girls you tend to start squeezing a little harder when you're about to come, so I think guys can feel, but like for girls like it's really hard to tell when a dude's about to come.
Oh, for sure.
So usually they will voice it, which is great, and so then you'll be like, oh, okay, cool, they're about to come, so like you just stay still and like let them do their thing. But yeah, I think there's like I said, there's a little bit of a push and pull with like both the selfishness and the taking the time to please your partner, because like if you're near that climax for yourself, take that opportunity to get there for yourself.
I hope we answered that correctly.
Yeah.
But coming at the same time, that's so hard. Don't put that pressure on yourself.
Right?
Don't put that pressure.
Don't put I feel like for me ADHD, like when I'm about to come, like I have to focus on this come.
Yeah, same.
Nothing else matters in this moment but this orgasm. So
same.
Do you ever
Otherwise
get to,
I lose it.
If this is the peak, do you ever get here and then it's like you can't get to that little
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I've been there before and I've just about nearly killed something out of sheer upset of not reaching the peak.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And instead coming back down.
Yeah. I hate
it's
that.
like lady blue balls.
It is. It really is.
Sometimes do you get it where like it gets to that point and it stays there and it's like too much stimulation to the point where you can't get there. Yeah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Too much stimulation.
Where it's like too much right before the peak.
Yeah, so then it's like you just can't get to the peak. Yeah, it's a lot.
I've had moments where yes, it was like felt so close and it felt like almost like it, but it just for whatever reason it just stopped and like it just never got there and I have to like try again. Or sometimes a lot of times I think it's like me just thinking about something else because my mind just could tend to just quickly like change tabs. So maybe, yeah.
Sometimes my brain opens a whole new browser. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's true though.
It's so true.
Or something catches your eye and you're like, and then you're out of the
like, wait,
I wish I had it.
Anyways. Or this is why I don't tell my partner when I'm about to come. You're like, I'm about to come, and then they change everything.
The slightest movement, and then you're like, fuck! No! I hate that.
I had it, and then you moved.
I hate it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, my boyfriend's pretty good at, like, knowing, okay, don't move.
Don't.
Or just keep doing what you're doing, you know, because it's like any slight thing I like.
I was going to say, you know, if a girl says she's about to come, that is not your cue to go faster or slow down. Okay?
It is your cue.
It is your cue to do
Or sometimes
exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
I hate it. That's literally one of my pet peeves in bed. Like, I'm pissed just thinking about it.
I don't know why this suddenly reminded me of one time I was having sex with my doms. And it was my male dom was laying on the ground, and then my female dom and I were both like on our knees, like up, and we had Hitachi wands on our clits.
Yeah.
And we were both like super close, and she started coming. And sometimes, now keep in mind, like we mess around with impact play, so this is totally consensual. But like as she started to come, he like hit her really hard in the chest because she likes that. And it like put her even more over the edge. And I don't know if he like read my mind or what, because as soon as he did that, I was like, oh my God, that would be so hot. That would send me right over the edge. But like, I prefer it on my face instead of like on my chest. And like, she was like kind of like finishing, and I was getting even closer to mine. This was all within like, you know, maybe less than 20 seconds. And then he literally like right as I hit the peak, the timing was literally impeccable. Right as I hit the peak to go over the edge, he slaps me across the face, and I came the hardest I had probably ever come. And I was like, oh my God. And so both of us are literally like, her and I are like, like afterwards, like, you know, all like literally
flustered.
The best. Yes,
Right.
and it was amazing.
Wow.
But he
That's
just like
crazy.
knew that she was close, and then he did what she needed. Like, I don't know how he did
That's
it.
a man who knows what their women want.
I know. That's what I
Right.
was thinking, but I was like,
To make
like,
two women come, like, out of this world
by
orgasm.
hitting them. Yeah. But that's what I would just remember in that moment. I was like amazed, because literally he could, right when she was close, and then like it's like he read my mind, because like as soon as I saw her and you know he did that to her, I was like, oh fuck. And then I was right there, and then he did that, and then it was just
Wow.
Chef's
Shout out
kiss.
to the
Wow,
male
wow.
dom.
shout out to the male.
Nikki's dom.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to see a picture of these, like.
You'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
not Nikki's type normally. When I met him, I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
not my
He's
type,
normal
but
type.
I love them to death. And
How'd
Hold
you,
on.
like, meet your doms? I don't think we've ever dived into, like, your dom
We've talked about
relationship.
mine.
I just said it on the
Yeah.
last. I just said it on the last pod, how I saw them at a sex party, and that's where I met them.
Oh, right.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the picture that I'm looking for,
This is so fun.
because it's the two of them.
I need,
makes
like,
sense for
you know, I need, like, a visual.
A visual. I get that.
Okay, he looks like he'd be a dom.
Mm-hmm.
He's cute, though. What do you
Yeah.
mean he's not, like, her type?
Normally I go for like
No,
dark
I
haired
never
guys.
said
Yeah. guys.
No,
Yeah,
I never
okay,
said
okay,
he
okay.
wasn't cute. It's just not
he's
Nikki's
needs
normal
to-
type.
Okay, okay.
And then this is her,
Like, he totally has, like, dom vibes.
and then this is her.
Oh, she's cute.
Mm-hmm.
She's so cute.
I love that picture of her. Okay, Aries from Washington. Let's talk about assist removal.
Oh wow.
Hey, a new patron while we're recording.
Oh,
Thank you.
congrats.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
Oh wow, this is a long one.
I never
Is
wanted.
this the last one? What are we at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never wanted to be on birth control, but the idea of losing my chance of of having kids saddens me. A year ago, I experienced sharp abdominal pain in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. Okay, got it. I had so much pain. I had my sister drive me to the ER. As time went by, it got worse and worse. After being in the ER for 4 hours and several tests later, I was informed I had a large cyst, and it looked like it was twisted with my left ovary. I had to get surgery that day since the pain was so bad. The doctor couldn't guarantee that my ovary was fine, and I had to sign a waiver that it was okay for getting it removed. After surgery, the doctor came into the room and said the cyst was a little over 10 pounds.
Oh my god. What?
And it was twisted with the left ovary so bad that it actually killed it. Oh! Aries from Washington, I am holding space for you. They couldn't tell how long it had been there. May 1st, the first day I took birth control after 10 years. Why? Because after doing my research and talking to my gyno, I decided taking birth control to take birth control so I wouldn't grow any more cysts. I was never a fan of wanting to take birth control, and I had always taken safe sex precautions with past partners. But bottom reason is I want to someday give birth to my own kids. If I can do something about it, I will. After my surgery and many Google searches, I read many times over that it was hard for women with one ovary to get pregnant because of that, I would cry. When sharing with my family, they had a negative reaction and said I was making a big deal out of it. Okay, fuck them. And it was fine if I couldn't have kids. But what the fuck? But no one in my family had experienced something like I have and choose not to share it because it was a sensitive topic for me. For the past 10 days, life has been a living hell and miserable. The nausea is so bad I lost 5 pounds and had to eat it in small portions throughout my day. My period is now on day 10 and I feel more depressed than I ever have. Birth control isn't my forever plan, but it creates time so I can learn more and become healthier and figure out other options. If you have questions, please feel free to give me a call and answer them for it. Please don't let those negative comments get you down. Birth control isn't the easy way. I wish boys could experience everything a woman had to go through with and without birth control. Aries from Washington.
Girl, I am sorry that you're going through this.
That's hard.
Because I know as a woman, like, I know not everyone wants kids, but like, you know.
But if you want kids, that's valid.
Exactly, that's valid.
And so for her family to be like, oh, it's not a big deal. Don't have kids. It's like, well, no. What if she, like, every woman, and here's the thing about, choice and kids. I don't want kids. I don't want my own kids, but I never want that option to be taken away from me, especially by somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, and especially for other people can't comment on what you want and, what you want the option to have. When you have a woman's body and, society tells you that you're supposed to have children,
and you want kids and it's tough. That's like,
that is really hard to like go through that. I feel really bad for Aries from Washington. That's a really sad story. And it's so crazy that, what?
Huh?
Oh, we can light some, yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's light some Palo Santo for you,
and also
Aries from Washington.
Yes. So crazy that it killed the left ovary. Now, I will say, I've always experienced pain on this side, which is my right, on my ovary, and I think I've dealt with cysts before. I don't know, and I think one ruptured before a period one time. But I saw a healer once, and he was like touching my ovary, and he goes, he was like, "Do you have ovarian cysts?" And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, "I think you should go get that checked out." So like, I think I've always had them. I've never had it like looked into, so now I'm kind of scared to do that.
Not to interrupt, but Aries from Washington, we send positive energy your way to your hormones, your uterus, your spirit, your body,
Ovaries.
May you find peace, and may you find, hopefully, the ability to have your own children and fulfill your wishes and your dreams.
Yes. And I'm hoping that birth control is not being too bad on your body.
And I mean, don't be afraid to try different pills. If you're trying one pill and like you said, this one's making you super nauseous, you're bleeding for 10 days straight, maybe that's not the right one. So, go back to your gyno. Yeah, give it a month or two, try it out. And then if you're really like, I don't like this, go to your gyno and see if there's another one that can help out. Maybe one that's got like a different dosage or hormones. Like it might take a little bit of trial and error to see which birth control works best for your body, for your case and your symptoms.
Yes. I think, and don't quote me on this, usually gynecologists will have you try out a birth control for 3 months before you try a new one. Yeah. Just because that first month is kind of meh. Your body's still getting used to it. And then by month 3, you can kind of see like how your body's grooving with it. And then also, I think the production of estrogen is what makes cysts worse. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a doctor. But if I'm remembering my time with the gynos correctly, I think estrogen plays a part in it. So I think if she is on birth control, it would have to be like a high progesterone.
Low estrogen one,
yeah. Or a low, always, so.
Yeah. You guys are so knowledgeable. Thank you for sharing your knowledge on this show.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Cysts are painful. Cysts are painful.
Yeah.
I can't believe it weighed 10 pounds.
And like that's
Can you imagine that?
That's bigger than a baby.
Where does that go?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the body's amazing.
Yeah.
The body is
Like
amazing.
yeah, like how did like that's crazy.
Where was it?
Hopefully she's not like in pain anymore.
yeah.
I know she said, I mean, like, did they remove it? Did I miss that?
Yeah, they removed it.
Oh, they did remove it?
She
Okay.
had surgery.
She had surgery. Yeah. Remember you saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully she's out of pain and out of the woodworks with that.
Yes.
But it is possible to have children with one ovary. So what is it? Does it alternate the side that releases an egg?
I think so.
So it might make conception a little bit trickier. If I remember, I can't remember.
But it's still possible. It's
Yeah,
not
it's still
like
possible.
It's not like a nope. You know.
So I had a friend that she had 2 uteruses, which is a condition that makes it very hard to have successful births and successful pregnancies. And she has 3 happy, healthy children. I also had another friend who was told she could never have children in her life, so she adopted 3 kids, and then lo and behold, she had one of her own.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, I know that. Who is that? No, it's someone from way back. You don't know them.
Okay.
Anyways, so I know that, you know, there's always probabilities and likelihoods and chances based on the science, but like, you know, it doesn't mean that something isn't possible. So you never know. So, you know, like we said, we wish you
The
beautiful,
Sending you all the positive
happy,
vibes.
healthy pregnancies in the future when you're ready to have your own children.
And I'm sorry about your family. I feel like it just doesn't help on top of
Yeah,
like
no.
the whole situation, like her family just not, you know, making like belittling her.
They're not validating her.
Yeah, exactly.
If you need
So
someone to validate you, the
we're
3 of
here.
us validate you.
We're validating your feelings right now. Your
Yeah.
feelings are valid, and
Feel them, release them, work through them.
yeah, and we love you.
We love you.
Yeah.
Aw, you guys. All right.
Man, these episodes have been more emotional than normal.
I know. You know, this usually happens with like anyone that comes on the show, and then like as time goes on, at first I feel like it, even with like Rose with HK,
Yeah.
like at first it's like so like hee lighthearted, and there's moments where you like uncover emotions from each person. We're like, damn. So it's you know what I love? Our like friendship has been documented.
Yeah.
Aw.
You know,
I know.
And so
That
think
is true.
I think that's like super from like literally the moment we met. So
Yeah.
I think that, and honestly, me and Rose actually met well, we met through like a mutual friend, and the first time we met was the first day she was on my show. So we like and that was like in 2018, and like and we're like super fucking close, and it's beautiful to kind of have that documented. So I'm like so thrilled to have that. I'm like very mushy.
I love it.
I love it.
And the fact that we're transitioning from Cancer to Leo season, but I feel so in my water sign right now, you know.
Yeah.
Scorpio.
Is it Leo
yeah, maybe
season
that's
yet?
why I'm feeling very
We're
like
not at Leo season yet.
It's supposed to be end of tonight, I think.
Or hold on, let me look.
The sun moves into Leo tonight.
by the time this is out, this is
Oh,
yeah,
It'll be Leo season, yeah, here.
yeah. But
Sun is still 29 degrees Cancer. We've got 40 yeah, but it's almost to Leo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, we did start with my little sad story, and then
Aw.
you scratched my nipple.
I know, I'm so sorry. I was hoping you didn't say anything.
and then we went to talking about queefing and some other shit.
You
and
scratched my
farts.
nipple.
And then now
We're finishing off with
Scratching Cami's nipple.
we love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Plug yourselves.
Oh, yes. DoubleTeamPodcast.com, at Double Team Podcast or Double Team Pod. You'll find us. I believe in you.
Are you like the go-to like plugger? Like I feel
I
like
shamelessly plugged. Yesterday on the airplane, this girl was...
Oh my, yeah, Cami was plugging.
Somehow we got into a conversation about therapy, and I was telling her, like, Nikki and I in group therapy, I was like, well, we run so many things together, you know, and I didn't want to say we had a podcast because, you know, I didn't want to get into it, but I
Right.
was like, we have a business together, and she's like, oh, what's your business? And I was like,
Yeah.
here it
Yeah.
goes. Well, it's a podcast. Here's some stickers, and I'm handing a stranger wear condoms stickers. And it's just like, oh
So
my God.
funny.
Yeah, I was like, Please don't. This is a saying that we say at the end of all of our episodes. It's wear condoms. So that's what this sticker is like as I'm handing it to her.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So I always have a panic attack trying to figure out how I'm going to explain these damn stickers.
I was just thinking of the video, of, like the one I was like commenting, where you like plugged in, like Nikki got so upset.
Oh
You're
yeah,
like, like, why?
you were finishing the episode super early because you thought we only had like 2 minutes left on the camera.
Oh yeah.
I was so upset.
Well,
I don't want
hilarious.
The 7 looked like a 2.
Right.
Anyways,
and you're like, I have better vision than you. You're like, do you? You're like,
I was like, I'm a pilot. I was like,
I'm a pilot. I was like,
when was the last time you got your eyes checked?
okay. Well, when I go in for my medicals, I have to get my eyes checked.
yeah, which is obviously we want our pilots to be able to see. That makes sense, you know. But it was just so funny. You're like, I thought it was a 2.
No, yeah, I did. I thought.
And the whole interaction was just hilarious. I loved it.
Thank you.
All right, now follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit is there. And come to our live show in October.
I love
Follow
the
us.
way you sign off. Yes,
Thank you.
come to the live show. It's gonna be a blast. We're planning it.
Yes.
Peace
Love
and
you
love.
guys. Peace and blessings. Bye.
Oh, I like that. Peace and listens.
Listens? I said blessings.
I thought you said listens. I was
I like that.
listen.
Peace and lessons.
I like peace and lessons. I like peace and lessons.
I like that. Okay, bye guys. Girl therapy.